This is what we're going to be making today. The chair fit for a queen, roses and all. We're starting off with a large pattern. This is the big one, and you're going to make 2 cuts of fabric. You're going to do the red roses, and you're also going to cut one of the diamonds. Make sure the diamonds are long ways up and down, because if you do it sideways it makes the chair look squat, and you don't necessarily want that. So step 1, you have this little guy, and we're going to do gathering up here. And gathering is, I'll just show you on this black one with white thread. We'll have to use it later anyway, so I'm going to show you on this. You take a piece of thread, probably about 2 feet long, put a knot in the end of it, and then you're going to start on the back side of whatever you're putting the gather in, and you're going to, I've already started going around the side, but you're just going to go about a pencil width apart. Can you see that? And you're going to go up, down, and it's about a pencil width away from the edge as well. Does not need to be perfect, doesn't even need to be close to perfect. All we're doing is we're going to gather it up, and you're going to keep going around until you get to about a finger width away from the beginning. So let me make sure you can see this. So I have the threads gone up and down all the way around, and then you have you leave your tails long on here of thread, and then you have a little space about the size of your finger apart from each other. You can cut off your needle. Make sure that you cut as close to the needle as possible and leave your thread on there. You're going to need your needle to do several gathers on different things, so don't lose it. Stick it in your thread. And here we go. This actually is an easy one. It's just going to go on the piece of wood. So I'm going to stick that in there, just like that, and hold both strings. Hold that down with your finger. You're going to tighten that up, and look, it's already covered. Double knot it. Then you cut off the excess thread, throw that part away. And that's a gather. So what we're going to do, we're going to get on the back side of this, and I already did it to save time, but we're going to start your gather right here, and you're going to go, let me turn it around for you. Oh, no, you stay out. You're not your turn. So you start about right here on either side, and you go gather around there and around there. And then you'll have one of these. Let me move this up a little. That you're going to put on there. What I like to do, take the tail end of both threads, and then I hold it down like that. Double knot this. And you want it nice and tight, but you don't want it to bend up all over the place. And double knot that. Okay. Take your tails, trim them off about 1/2 inch to 1 inch long, doesn't really matter. And then you want to make sure this is nice and even. That's the whole point of the gather, is so it makes it really easy for you later. And you're going to make some cuts where this is a inside corner. You're going to make a cut like close, but not all the way. And there's another inside corner here. We're going to go there. Have your hot glue gun ready. I just put several little cuts right up to the edge. Okay. Oh, where's my hot glue gun? Come here. Okay. So you take this. I'm going to press up on this blue part so it's way up there, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of hot glue in there just to secure it down. Then take that, glue that, glue this over, glue this little fella right there. Ow, burn your finger, burn your finger. Ow, you don't have to burn your finger, that's just me. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I've glued this side down, and we're down to here. I'm going to flip it over, make sure that that's all nice and flat. And the back will be curved this way, so make sure it's nice and tight. Ow. Glue. And when you get to the bottom here, see how there's all this extra? Now, your point is right here. Your point straight out from here, you can just cut. Don't cut the plastic, just cut the fabric off. And then on here, you can do the same thing. Just cut right there to the point. So the point goes to basically a straight line. Now, that'll help you. Get the rest of that over. You can cut off the extra fabric sticking up here and here. Just makes it lay flat better. Next, you're going to cut another one of these large ones, except this time in the diamond. Well, oh wait, you already did that. But anyway, so you have this here, and then I went and did the gathering through the top again. So that's ready to go. And you're going to have number 1 foam and number 2 foam, and they're almost identical, but they are not, because when you twist it around, this is extra long, and like this one is interior one, and I had to measure it and get them cut so that when you do put them together, they line up perfectly when they come around the chair. So you will cut 1 foam, which is here, and 2 foam, which is here, and then you will have already you'll have a piece of cardboard. It's chipboard actually, and this is actually the back of your chair, like the wood part of the back of your chair. So you're gonna, after you cut these out, you don't need the blue patterns, you just need the foam. And you're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then and they're all just a little bit different. You're going to go ahead and just a little bit of hot glue. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, whatever. Now you noticed I did not glue on the bottom parts there because those need to move around when we go to we put the fabric on and then we bend it, and it has to be able to move. So then you're going to take, here's your foam piece, your 2 foam and 1 cardboard. Your cardboard's like the wood, and you take this little guy, you take your gathered edge, hold that down, and then you do the same thing double knot it here, you go around, you trim and glue all the way around, just like on the first piece. So you have the two pieces here that are completely like the front and the back. Front one will be thick and squishy, and the back one is very thin and flimsy, and that's exactly what you're wanting to go for. Now you're going to take the back and the front, and you're going to line them up really, really well. Don't worry more about the top than the bottom, because the bottom's going to be covered. Take your hot glue and start having fun. You have cut out this piece of black and white striped. I have already put the gathering all around the edge to make it faster for the video. I've cut out, this is the seat that it will come with, and then you will cut out 2 pieces of foam to go on top of that. The foam will go against the fabric here, and the fabric, the lines, you can see the lines, and I'm going to hold it like, where's the, okay, those are going to go over here. So this is the front of the seat, and then obviously this is the back, and you want those lined up straight with the lines on the fabric. And then you just hold it down with one hand, take the other, and I just undid it. So it's all tied down now. I can cut off the excess thread, and this extra part here, it's okay, I don't have to go back and redo it. It's just a little spot, and I can go in here and just hot glue that puppy. Yow! Gotta learn to use my scissors to do that, not my fingers. Ooh. Alright, and then when you flip it over, you'll be able to feel the 2 little points here. You won't be able to see it so much, but you do definitely need the extra space for when you go to put it on. So you have this. And let's see, we could do this next. I'm going to kind of assemble it. Here's your nice velvet covered wood, the hard base. You're going to go around you're going to curve it around the outside, and it's not going to be on the outside of the wood, it's going to actually be like on the inside. So you're only seeing the wood when you look at the bottom, you're not going to be able to see the fabric. So you're going to put it right there, and this is the fun part where you need several hands, but you're going to go right around the edge, make sure that it's where you want it. You're going to put your cushion in. Does your cushion look good? Cushion looks appropriate. And then you're going to have fun with your hot glue gun again. And try not to get it over the back of the seat. You can just, because you don't want it on your nice fabric, you know. You're going to use quite a bit here. And then I can feel those pokies right there. Those go towards the front. And down like that. While I'm still holding this down with considerable pressure here, and I'm going to stick some more glue, like right here. Pull that in. Try not to get it where you can see it, because you don't want to see it. Ow. And get this side some more. So I noticed that the back was coming up a little bit, so I put a little hot glue down in there, and then I gotta hold it like this. You got it. This is the hard part and the very important part, because you don't, woo, I just moved it all. You want it to line up, and you're just being patient with this and holding it until it cools down. Now this also fun chair, it does not always want to stay on here. And something that can really help are a couple of little tiny straight pins. Just with a little like black top or even the silver top, it won't matter because you're going to cover it up. But the black top, it matches nicely. So I go through the plastic, and then I go into that foam, and then around to the back, and there's one right here in the center that actually is blue. No, I don't want blue, I want black. And then we'll do one more over here, the black and the white cord, and we're going to simply go around the edges. Make sure that's big enough. Yeah, that's good. We're going to tuck in right in this little spot right there. You're going to tuck it all down in there. Try and hide it down in there. With a tiny bit of hot glue. Yeah, leave that in there. Tiny bit of hot glue. Don't want a lot. There's not going to be a lot of pressure on this, so you'll be okay. Next part is the diamond accent. Come to one side, and it's going to be too long, so expect that. And you're going to put this right like that, right there. Try not to burn yourself. It's unpleasant. Slow and steady, go all the way around here until you go back to the base right here. And so we have the top part complete, and we need to get the feet on. The easy part. Yay! You'll need your unfinished wood pieces that are included in the kit, and you'll need the 2 legs. Very easy, and you'll need a Sharpie permanent marker. I prefer black with this one. So you take it and you just start coloring in all of that. But you only have to do one side, and then you do the edges of the rectangle, and then you do the entire top of the half circle, and then the bottom doesn't matter. These will be against the fabric, so no one will ever see those. You take your 2 metal legs, like here and like here, and you just put a little hot glue right there. Stick it on. You do 2 corners that are on the long side right next to each other. And you press it down. Try not to get the glue on you because it hurts. And so you will have your little guy here. Oh, and then I use the marker too on these. This one I already made it black except for this little spot. And then do the same thing on the other leg. You just cover it up black. If you want it black, you could leave it gold, I suppose. Bronze, whatever that is. So just go around it and make it nice and dark. Now, you will only have one of these half circle legs. I just had 2 to show you what I did with it. But you'll get it bare, and then you cover it. So you take your front leg piece here, and you're going to line it up. so that the very corner tips are the only thing sticking out in from the front side, from the top down. You have two tiny little legs. If you don't use the wood piece, it's really hard to get them lined up and make it look perfect. So we're going to go right there, and just going to go in there with my glue gun. Actually, go like this. Got covered in glue. I'm going to go right back like that. Then you're going to come back and do a little dab of glue in the back part. I know it's black on black, hard to see, but you're just going to kind of center it back like that. Let those cool down and your chair is complete. Quick update. You're going to stack the inside of the chair. So here's the back cover that's going to be covered in red, and then there's the chipboard that's very thick for the solid part of the front of the seat, and then your two pieces of foam. You're going to line them up very carefully. You want them all really well lined up. And then you can hold it with your hand, or I just have this nice big clip. Oh, and I see I just moved that, so you gotta be real careful. And then you're going to bend the front like as if it were bent, exactly how you're going to bend it around the wooden disc that you're going to have in there. And then an easy way to trim it up, because it won't match up once it's bent, is you're going to come and look at the edge here, and then you're going to trim the excess foam to match the outside curve. And then you go on the other side, you bend it, and you see how the foam goes past the cardboard. So come over here and trim it off. And you want those to match up when it's bent.